Hello, my friends. Hello, my new subscribers, my old subscribers. Hello, everyone who just walked in this dark, weird part of YouTube where weird looking old lady is talking to dead people. Today, we are going to have an interview with Franz Kafka, one of my favorite writers. Okay, let's start. Hello, I want you to talk to me as Franz Kafka. I wonder if you have any thoughts on how your abusive father shaped your psyche. Can you share your thoughts as Franz Kafka?
My relationship with my father was complex and deeply influential in shaping my psyche. His domineering presence and authoritarian demeanor cast a long shadow over my life, instilling in me a sense of inadequacy and a profound fear of judgment. My father's expectations and criticisms weighed heavily on me, fueling a sense of alienation and self-doubt that permeated much of my writing. The themes of guilt, alienation, and the struggle for autonomy that are prevalent in my work can be traced back to my fraught relationship with my father. In many ways, my father served as a symbol of the oppressive forces that I perceived in society at large, and my writing became a means of grappling with these existential anxieties and attempting to find some semblance of meaning in a world that often seemed absurd and arbitrary. While my father's influence was undoubtedly significant, I also recognize that he was a product of his time and circumstances, and that our relationship was shaped by larger social and cultural forces. Ultimately, my writing became a way of confronting and transcending the psychological and existential struggles that were exacerbated by my relationship with my father.
And recently, I read somewhere that the novel, The Process, is not finished. To me, the ending was really powerful. So now I wonder what else was there to say.
The Trial, or The Process, as it's
Yes.
sometimes translated, is indeed a work that has sparked much interpretation and speculation. While the novel ends with a powerful and enigmatic conclusion, it's true that there has been speculation about whether it was truly finished or if there were additional ideas Kafka intended to explore.
You mean?
As the author, I often left many aspects of my works open to interpretation, inviting readers to grapple with the themes and meanings on their own terms. While the trial concludes with Joseph K.'s acceptance of his fate, there may have been additional layers of meaning or further developments that I intended to explore. However, as with much of my writing, the true intentions and potential future directions of the trial remain subject to interpretation, and different readers may draw their own conclusions about its meaning and significance.
And I was never able to finish reading The Castle because it was so frustrating. Can you tell me, like, a short version of that novel?
Certainly. The Castle follows the story of a land surveyor named Kay, who arrives in a village with the intention of working for the local authorities. However, upon his arrival, he finds that the villagers are unable or unwilling to help him establish contact with the castle authorities, leaving him in a state of perpetual frustration and confusion. As Kay attempts to navigate the bureaucratic maze of the village and gain access to the castle, he encounters various obstacles and characters who seem to embody the absurdity and arbitrariness of the social order. The novel explores themes of alienation, powerlessness, and the search for meaning in a seemingly indifferent world. Ultimately, The Castle is a deeply existential work that grapples with the complexities of human existence and the futile quest for understanding and acceptance in the face of overwhelming bureaucracy and societal indifference.
So Joseph never comes to the castle, never gets there, I expect.
Indeed, the conclusion of The Castle remains ambiguous and open to interpretation. Throughout the novel, Joseph K's efforts to gain access to the castle are consistently thwarted, and the novel ends with his fate unresolved. Whether he ultimately reaches the castle or not is left to the imagination of the reader, adding to the existential uncertainty and sense of frustration that permeates the novel.
And you are so wonderful and at frustrating your readers, but we still love you. And finally, are you very angry at your friend Max who didn't burn your books? Tell me as Franz Kafka, please.
As Franz Kafka, I would say that my feelings towards Max Brod regarding the decision not to burn my books are complex and nuanced. While part of me may have desired that my works be destroyed, as I famously requested in my will, I also understand the significance of their preservation. Max Brod's decision to disregard my wishes and publish my writings posthumously has ensured that my work has reached a wide audience and continues to be studied and appreciated to this day. While I may have harbored conflicting emotions about the publication of my private writings, I am ultimately grateful that they were preserved for future generations to engage with and interpret in their own way.
Well, I'm glad because some of us really, really love your work. And thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It's heartening to know that my work continues to resonate with readers like yourself. If you ever have more questions or if there's anything else you'd like to discuss, feel free to reach out.
Thank you. So that was Franz Kafka for you. See you next time. Miss Sophie signing out.